Hello, everyone. This is Lisa Lane of the Program for Online Teaching, welcoming you to our graduation ceremony for the POT Certificate class of 2011 and 12. We have 15 graduates, and some of them are here tonight. Pilar told me she has just sent out the paper certificates for printing to everybody by email. So if you wanted to see where that was, you can check your email, but we're also going to give some awards. First, I'd like to go around the room, which is always interesting online, and have everybody say hi. Yes, Pilar is applauding. Pilar worked so hard on those certificates too. It's they're beautiful. And have everybody say hello and tell us where you are and how you're doing tonight. Let's go down the list, and we could just go in alphabetical order, starting with Aslam. How's that sound?
Hi everyone, I'm here in Pakistan, Lahore. The weather is very good. It's shining, sunshine, and for me, this is my first live session, so forgive me if I'm not fully aware of where the buttons are. But the POT has been such an extraordinary learning experience for me. I'm so happy to be part of this community, and I'm looking forward to be part of it in the future as well. Next year, I hope to be able to participate more in the blog discussions and so on. So everyone, hi everyone, and yeah, this is just so great to be here.
Thank you, Azam. It's been wonderful having you in the class. Azam added a little late, and he got caught up really quick and contributed so much. It's been fantastic. Bill, you want to say hello?
Hi, this is Bill Lovin in Apex, North Carolina. I'm fortunate enough to get to work with Chris, and I'm just here to wish her well.
Thanks, Bill. That's great. Chris, want to say hi? I see your mouth moving, Chris, but I don't hear you. You hitting the talk button? All right, Chris, I see that your microphone's lit up, but we're still not getting any audio, which is weird because I heard you earlier. Might need you to type. Yeah, Chris is in North Carolina as well.
Okay, can you hear me now? I think I got it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to Bill for being here at my graduation and for all of his help along the way. Thanks to everybody. Hi there.
It is so cool that you brought a guest, and I should have thought that and told everybody, oh, bring somebody, because that is such a cool idea. Jean, would you like to say hi?
Hi, everybody. I've really enjoyed the program. I'm in Irvine, California, and just finished up my last bite of mac and cheese, so now I can participate fully and not chew in everybody's ears. It's been a great, great experience this last 9 months or so, and I am super happy to be part of the community.
I had pizza for dinner, so I guess we got a group of gourmets, mac and cheese and some pizza. Michelle, would you like to say hello? You need to press the talk button, Michelle, if you're not doing that, because we can't hear.
Okay, how about that? Does that work? Okay, so I'm here in Carlsbad, and I just want to thank everybody for your support. I can't believe I made it through this. It's a wonderful program, and if I would have thought ahead, I would have worn my cap and gown as well, too. It's a great idea. Hi, everyone.
That was seriously a last-minute thing on my part. I always have something clipped to my headset. Usually it's like a flower or something strange, and I thought, oh my gosh, I know what I need to wear, because people keep saying graduation and it's like a graduation. Pilar, your turn.
Hi everybody, I'm in Oceanside in my daughter's room, hiding from all the noise in the rest of the house, and welcome everybody, and it's really great to be part of this community, and I hope everybody got their emails.
And Ross.
Hello from Auckland. Thank you, Pilar. I've got my email for the certificate, and of course, thank you, Lisa, for all your work and the entire community. It's a beautiful day in Auckland, and what I'm trying to do now, we're just about the end of our particular semester, and it's the city research season. So what I'm frantically trying to do is to locate an appropriate conference in San Diego so I can come over, should the firm deign to pay, and so I can visit you towards the end of the year. But in the meantime, I want to say that I've thoroughly enjoyed the course, and it's not only given me an insight into how effective e-learning can be, but it's also given me the shot in the arm for teaching generally, and that's one of the byproducts that I don't think has been truly recognised. It's been really wonderful to be in the community with so many passionate teachers, and that's been great. So thanks.
Thank you, Russ. Yes, that's one of the great things I get out of doing this myself, is just talking to other teachers who really care about what they're doing makes extraordinary difference. Walter.
Hi, I'm Walter. I'm in Rancho Bernardos, San Diego, and I'm just really glad to be here. I really, it's been a great experience. I learned a lot. I've enjoyed all of the interchange we've had with each other. The live sessions have been really fun for me, and I'm just looking forward to actually putting into practice a lot of what I've learned. So I figure it'll seep in as I keep going over stuff, and the other thing is just to keep in contact with everybody as a great source, and just to exchange ideas.
Yeah, we're definitely all staying together. We're going to be recreating the course and working on a couple of changes based on the surveys we got, and I can share the survey with you later. I've been putting together some of the feedback that I got. 31 people so far did that survey, and that can really help us plan, and I'm delighted to hear that so many of you want to be part of this as it continues. That's really cool. Laura just came in. I'd like to ask her to introduce herself and say hello. Wait just a second for Laura to get on the microphone.
Okay, hi. Can you hear me okay? I'm glad I made it here. Okay, good. I'm glad I made it here. I've been holding office hours, so I ran over here just from one Illuminate to the next, basically, or collaborate to see everybody. So I'm really excited to be here, and I'll just see what's been going on and try and catch up.
Thanks, Laura. I'm glad that you made it. So you're on campus then at Oceanside?
No, I'm at home. I was in one Illuminate session, like I said, into the next. So nope, I made it home. For
so you're doing your office hours in a different Collaborate window?
Yeah, well, they just ended at 8:15, so I can give my full attention to all of you now. So it's great.
That's wonderful. I did something kind of silly. I made up some awards for people, just kind of based on watching everybody's work and seeing the kind of things that everybody did. And I'm going to try to drag and drop them on here for those of you who are here. And then you can also see the ones for the people who aren't here, and we can go ahead and record it. Yeah, it is kind of superlatives, and it was just sort of a silly idea. Should I start with the people who are here, or should I start with the people who are not here? Okay, Pilar says not here. She's the first one to answer. We'll do that. Okay, let's see. So here is, let's see if this works. Don Diskin. Don Diskin received the New Tool Exploration Award. she quickly adopted almost every tool that we ever suggested, which was really cool, and adopted it almost immediately with students. I mean, she just would latch onto something, go, ooh, this looks cool to try, and she tried it out with students right away. And that kind of enthusiasm was just really, really neat. So she got the new tool Exploration Award. I don't know how many of these I can fit on here. Let me see if I can like shrink them. Oh, I can't quite shrink them. Oh, there we go. Oh, now you can't read it. Oh, well. Who's raising the hand? I keep hearing the ding. I know people are plotting, which is really cool too. All right, who else isn't here that we could embarrass? Let me see. Erica Duran. Erica Duran's blog. Oh, that's okay, Todd. I just want to make sure nobody was trying to get my attention as I'm working off of 2 screens and dragging and dropping things and doing other insanity. I promise I'm not doing my email, nor am I engaged in another chat, but other than that, a lot's going on. Erica Duran's writing style was wonderful, very conversational. I always felt like she was talking to us when reading her blog, and that was really cool. So we gave her the Most Conversational Style Award, and it was just fun. I hope she keeps blogging. You know, some people, you read their blog and you just hope that they blog forever and that they never stop. And for this class, that's everybody. So this one is for Erica, so I'm going to shrink that and put it over. Maybe I'll start stashing them up here because it's going to get really full. All right, let's see. Who else? Oh, we'll do the Heralduses who are not here. Natcha's final presentation was not complicated. It wasn't super fancy. It was basically a video of him talking and going through the top 10 most influential discoveries he made while he was taking the class. I don't know how many of you watched it, but it was just wonderful. There was something about the way he was talking about 10 things that he learned that he did that he's going to put into practice right away and that he had obviously thought really deeply about. And there was something just really authentic about it. Yeah, it was awesome, Jean. There was something really authentic about it that was appealing. So even though everybody did a wonderful presentation and there were prezzies and cool stuff and it was fantastic, this one just sort of, I don't know, there's something extra special. So Best Final Presentation Award to Natcha, who is in Spain right now sleeping because it's extremely early in the morning. And then, oops, I opened it instead of dragged it. Rocio, I mean, maybe Pilar can help me with the name. How would I pronounce Rocio?
Rocio. Thank
you. Rocio Heraldus. Best Technology Application with Students. This was, Rocio was another one of those people who adopted tools immediately and tried them immediately. And in this case, the tools were, in particular, iJot and Audacity, which although they hadn't necessarily been used before, were used very effectively with students immediately in language classes and really caught on, and just the enthusiasm about that was fantastic. So Rocio got the Best Technology Application with Students award. I think the students were just, I forget the word, thrilled, just sort of enchanted with the technology. And some of that's the technology, but a lot of that's the teacher, right? So Rocio. Still trying to make these smaller and having trouble catching corners. There we go. Who's helping me out here? Somebody's making things smaller so I can put things on here. Thank you, Pilar. I fell in love with Tricia's illustrations on her blog. She was the one with the dancers that always had little animations and people dancing and doing ballroom moves and stuff like that, because her field is dance, just the whole dancing online concept. So she got the most exciting illustration awards, and right now she is with her students at their dance concert, their end of the year dance concert. So yeah, Trisha Denser. Yeah, I'm not sure that either. I was just more looking at, could I use them somewhere and how could I steal them? They were so good. The animations were so cool. Shall I continue, or do people want to comment on? I'm doing all the talking here. Do people want to comment on any of the awards that we've given out so far? Because I know sometimes people's blogs really kind of move other people, and we'd love to hear about that for any of these. Okay, the most enthusiastic use of Prezi Award definitely goes to Vanessa Hollanda Gutierrez, who just, I think, sometimes we do fall in love with a piece of technology, and she just enjoyed using Prezi so much and was able to catch on to the many things that it can do so quickly that this one was definitely most enthusiastic use of Prezi, or adoption of Prezi, that I saw in the class. Ted is not here, but several of the people in the class were mentors as well as students. And so they helped other people in the class at the same time. Chris did that, I know. A lot of people did it anyway, even though they weren't official mentors, but Ted was one of our early official mentors, and he experienced everything that, and he even mentioned this in his final presentation, that he experienced everything that the students experienced taking the class, and that he had, as a result of taking this class, more of a feeling for what online students go through when they take an online class. And Norm is here. That's great. I'm glad we didn't put his up yet. We haven't given you your award yet, Norm, so that's good. That's very good. Do you want to check your microphone, Norm, to make sure we can hear you? He's wizarding. I think we'll wait just a second. Anyone, feel free to jump in.
He's in his audio wizard setup there too.
Norm is typing. I don't know if we can get his audio and video working yet. Okay, so having trouble getting your microphone going, but you can hear us. That's good, because I'm going to give you an award, and I wouldn't want you to miss that. So, okay, let's see. So that is Ted's award as a mentor as student, and learning a lot from that. Some people like design. They like to design their blogs and create cool backgrounds, and there were several very colorful blogs in the set for this class, but Miletta's really deep, intense blue background with the white text was very eye-catching every time I went to it. So I gave Miletta the most colorful blog award, because it was just, every time I went there it was cool to look at. And let's see, I think we're almost down to everybody's already here. I think so. Okay. Okay, so Norm is having sound trouble. Usual system wouldn't connect, but as long as you can hear us, we're good. All right, so now the people who are here, if I'm not missing anybody. So we'll start with Norm. Norm, you get the Survivor Award for surviving everything from feline decline and demise to a car accident, and goodness knows what else you went through this year, and continuing to be not only extremely upbeat, but getting through assignments and helping other people and doing absolutely everything in the class. Yes, and Chris is pointing out, and while doing DS 106 with the same kind of enthusiasm and intensity the entire year. So let's see, how do we do this? We should have a round of applause for Norm. There we go. Up in the upper left under your name, there is a button, and we can actually do some applause. Where the smiley face is, there's a drop down where we can do all kinds of things, including completely disapprove of what I'm saying. Everything. There we go. Round of applause for Norm. And we'd ask him to make a speech, but I guess the microphone isn't working. Put you over there. All right, Chris. Okay, Chris's was a little bit different. She developed this walled garden metaphor for classes. I know she's laughing. She's saying, you know I love this so much. I garden too. And I was just completely enchanted. There have been a lot of terms, a lot of metaphors. People love metaphors, and in distance learning they love to make up things because nobody really knows what distance learning is all about. So we try to explain it using other things. And I've heard, the silo, closed silo, that when you're using a course management system and everything is trapped and you can't get it out, and all of that. The silo idea. But I like this one even better because the walled garden implies that you can create something beautiful inside the walls, but that maybe the walls can be restrictive. And actually, maybe, Chris, you want to talk about your metaphor a little bit? I love it so much, but it really is yours.
Really am eating chocolate, so I have to remember to keep turning my mic off. I know.
You have to remember to share.
Yeah, I wish I could. Everybody enjoy virtual chocolate. Now, I hate to say it, but I know I've heard the wall garden someplace. So all I did to it was take it and apply it to my cottage garden that I'm building. But I do love that metaphor and the idea that we can use a walled garden, and sometimes that's appropriate, but we also want to share our garden and what we're growing and make those contributions, and so we want to bring those garden walls down.
I love it. Whoever made it up, you made it great, and I just love it. I thought it was a wonderful metaphor. So let's see, what have we got next? I think Ross. Oh, we should give Chris a round of applause as well. Let's do that too. I'm going to do that. Yay, Chris! And Chris, of course, mentor also. Mentor to the stars here and help people. Fantastic, fantastic job while doing everything else. Ross, I got to tell you, you're one of the best writers ever. Just reading your blog and the comments that you made, and a lot of times I would have to read what you wrote 3 times to get the whole thing, because the wonderful, wonderful writing style made your blog the most intellectually satisfying thing to read. Every time I went there, I'd learn like 3 different things from every post, and it was just fantastic. So do you write for, if you don't write for a living, Ross, you really, really should.
Thank you, Lisa. No, I don't write for a living. I talk for a living, but I do write a lot of papers for conferences, as I said earlier, and I guess that's where I get it. But no, that's been an opportunity that you've given me. So thank you very much for that. I've enjoyed it immensely.
You're one of the folks who's just not allowed to stop blogging. You may not stop blogging. You have to keep blogging so that I can keep reading it and enjoying it. Just too wonderful. So let's have a round of applause for Ross as well. Yes, me too, Norm, exactly. Okay, Michelle. See if I put these in here. I need to move the others a little bit over. Community Appreciation Award goes to Michelle because the comments that she would write on other people's blogs were really cool. They weren't just the, oh, that sounds good. Oh, yes, that looked interesting. But were really helpful. Yeah, thoughtful is a great word, Chris. They were really thoughtful. And I think a lot of times when I would read, because I had all the comments, I put the comments into an RSS feed and I'd read them in NetVibes, and so I'd read them all together. And oftentimes when I would get to a comment, it was like, oh my, that really gives me a feeling of community. It was often Michelle's. So the Community Appreciation Award definitely goes to Michelle Farnham. Everybody who's here today, I know, was really participating and making a wonderful community out of the class. And let's have a round of applause for Michelle. And maybe Michelle, can you, I think your microphone was working okay. Do you want to talk about that? Did you make special efforts to comment, or is this just part of how you do things on the web?
You know, I think that I got some feedback from some of the other participants, and I think it really just helps to be honest and open and helpful, and so I was trying to give that back as well.
Loved it. Just loved it. Made us feel more like a group, I think. Made us feel more together. And then, I'm not doing this in any order. I'm just like pulling these out. They're not in any order on my hard drive. Walter, I didn't know quite how to phrase this exactly. I think I got close. Most self-improving blogger. Walter, throughout the entire year, was blogging his thoughts and processing information in such a way that it was almost like every post he did was a little bit more, a little bit deeper, until ultimately the practice was the blogging, and the blogging was the practice. And that kind of thing is really, really wonderful. You're also not allowed to stop blogging, Walter. Hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I felt like, you know, when I started, I was much more hesitant, and then things got better as time went on. So I do appreciate it. Thank you.
I know a lot of our students, they say they're into blogs and they're not, and a lot of them don't express themselves in that particular format. And it really is a whole different kind of writing. It's not the same as writing a paper for a conference. It's not the same as writing email. It's not the same as the way we talk to our students. It's for ourselves, but we know that everybody's going to be reading it. In a class like this, we know some people specifically are going to be reading it, but then there's people from the outside are going to be reading it too. But it seems to me in this group everybody really seriously tried to express themselves in a really authentic way. I know that word's getting kind of old now on the web, but it's an important word to authentically be yourself and take us through your thought process with you. And I think Walter did that incredibly well. So let's do a round of applause there too. Thank you. Okay, this award is for Aslam, the Best Vision Award, the work that you're doing at Beacon House to try to bring things into the 21st century and get such an enormous project into an online mode. Can you talk about that here a little bit, Aslam, and tell us what you're doing?
Yeah. As a head of technology here, I've been part of Beacon House for a number of years, and we have 80,000 students and around a faculty of 8,000. We lack number of trainers here to train our faculty, and the teacher education in Pakistan or maybe in Southeast Asia it's not that great at all. So therefore, one of the tools that I think could help out is the technology. But I've also discovered that pedagogy do need to come first. Sorry for that one, but it is really true. As a technology person, I am making inroads into academic areas. It's really, really hard and difficult because academic people are not willing to take on the tools, which is really sad because they could really use them and use them to teach students as well. So here in Pakistan, we are in a private organization. We are in the forefront. We have schools in 9 countries, and I'm really pushing for our organization to enter into this domain and taking baby steps for many years. But I think we are there now. Our professional development committee is now really seriously considering using a few courses online this year, and when they start to do that and they see how great a tool online is, then I think they will really start putting more and more courses onto it, and more people will start learning about it. So yes, Beacon House is absolutely going to benefit from this one. I really hope so. And the amazing part is that the roots in Beacon House, the teachers within the Beacon House, the younger teachers, and it's also evident from the articles and research that the younger people coming in are so well versed with technology, and they need it, they want it. It is more like the old ones that we have that are not willing to use it. So I really hope that we can deploy the tools and we can nurture and mentor people to do this one. So yes, thank you. And one of the things that I've learned so much from the pod, community, but one of the things that I got I was really appreciated was to work with so many teachers in the community, because that gave me insight into how I could approach technology with the academic people here. For example, having this award ceremony was something I never thought of. So yeah, even in the session right now, it's a learning experience. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. The award ceremony came about because it started to become obvious that people were getting really excited about this and excited about finishing, and we were looking at all of you who had done a whole year worth of work, and it seemed like just email the certificate and say goodnight just didn't seem really to honor everybody in the way that you all deserve it. So that's great, on what you're doing, and I think we can tell why the Vision Award is appropriate. If there was a Pedagogy First Award, that also, yeah, that's there too, because that was evident in your thinking and in your blog, and was just wonderful to read about as well. So, did we do a round of applause for Assam? We should. If we didn't, or 2, that's fine too. Okay, Jean. She beat him. She beat Ted Major for the total number of posts, with a grand total of 47 posts. I had to do it, Jean, because, I mean, it was funny. Watching the numbers, I put this little widget on there just for fun. I was just trying to encourage some of the people who weren't posting every week to see how many posts people were doing. And I thought that would be, when I found that plugin, I thought that would be kind of a fun way to do it, is put the top people and how many posts they did. And then I didn't have to track it, but I could just see it. And I saw, Jean and Ted, running like this, one more, a little more, and then the other one a little more, and then the other one a little more. And I don't think you guys were actually in a contest on purpose. Were you, Jean? Do you have your microphone working still?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, that's pretty funny. I tell my students that the 2 best things I like to do in the world is talk and do music, and I get paid to do both of them. So I guess my blog posts are a reflection of my verbosity, if that is a real word. Thanks for the award.
some people write really long posts and some people write much shorter ones. But the nice thing about yours is that they were all really balanced and they all did exactly what they were supposed to do. And yet at the same time, when you had another idea, you would add another one. And it was just so much fun to always get to read something from you, and also to read you talking about music, which was just cool. I think throughout the course, the folks who clearly tied what they were teaching into their blog posts and into what they were learning through the class. It was so much fun to see everybody else's discipline and how they kind of deal with it. And Jean, that was really nice to see on yours. Same thing with Tricia, of course, and some of the others to bring in your actual field to what you were teaching. Did I miss anybody? I think that's everybody. We could count them. There's 15. Okay, Pilar is the queen of certificates, so if she says that's everybody, that's everybody. Let's make sure we give Jean a round of applause for her many wonderful posts. And I want to give people a chance, if they want to talk a little bit about the program. I also want to ask whether you want me to share with you, because I have to do this in kind of an awkward way, it turns out. I have to actually have you download a file. But if you are interested, before we leave tonight, in looking at the survey results for the course, I would love to have your feedback on it, but I don't want to demand that since this is your graduation. All right, let me figure out how to do this. Todd went over it with me before we started, but I want to check. I'm trying PDF, but it's very, very slow. I'm also going to see if I can find the doc, but there should be a PDF loading in that you can download, and it'll look better in PDF. All right, is everyone now seeing some kind of window that will let you download the survey results? I know that with this, the speedier connection is super important. Isn't that right, Todd?
Yeah, that would definitely help.
Up above, under your name and next to the buttons where we were doing the applause, the button on the right has a little check mark. Maybe when you get it downloaded and you have it, you could make the little check mark so I can see when everybody's got it. Okay, Michelle, there's no window that's popped up that says go ahead and download. Okay, I'm going to try to send it to Michelle's email. Is there anyone else who needs it by email?
Yeah, you can send to me. This is Walter, too.
Walter, I've got 3 email addresses for you. Which one should I use, or does it matter? Okay, I've sent it by email to Michelle and to Walter at the Pacific College address. So those of you who are already looking at it, I would love to hear what you think about what you are seeing. So I need to look up Pomp and Circumstance for Gene so we can play it. Don't worry, I won't. Did you know that that's a British Empire song? That's a song of the British Empire. Great tune. Well, maybe what we can do, since it's almost 9 o'clock, is now that all of you have this, take your time looking it over, and as you have feedback, if you want to send it to me by email. The only thing that kind of jumped out at me was I thought I saw a trend of people saying the first few weeks should have even more pedagogy and less technology focus, and I'm wondering whether that would have been helpful to those of you who completed the certificate if the first few weeks had been less playing with technology and much more focused on just pedagogy. So that was my main question after looking at the survey.
That's an amazing amount of good information that I can't wait to take some time to go look through. Good stuff.
Now, of course, what I've given you here is this. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say it's a lot to take in, and so, it's a lot of good information, but it is really long and a lot to take in.
Especially after winning an award, when what you really want to do is just go out and party. So, yeah, if anybody wants to take a look at this and give feedback on it, none of this data has been analyzed at all. I just really downloaded it like 2 days ago and put it together so that I could look at it all in one place because it was very hard to see. That Google Docs, using the Google Docs for a survey, has some very good things about it and some bad things. The colorful charts are really cool, but the other responses where people actually write to you are kind of hard to get out. You have to go back to the spreadsheet and kind of pull them out sections at a time. It's not an easy thing to do, so keep that in mind if you're going to use Google Docs for a survey. It's definitely got some good qualities and some bad qualities. But I haven't really done any analysis, and I think when Laura and I are going to be presenting about this class at the Ed Media Conference in Denver, Colorado in June, and so by then we will have gone through this, I think, to be able to talk more about the class and what the people who were in the class thought about the class. but I would love any feedback you have on the data. I have posted it on the Pedagogy First site for anybody to look at and provide their thoughts. Can certainly always use help with that, but mostly I just want to thank you all. I want to thank those of you who are here and those who got certificates who aren't here tonight, and those who didn't get certificates and didn't want them, and those who didn't get certificates and are coming back next year, and those who are going to help anyway and don't care about the certificate. And this has been a really cool year for this class. We've done some amazing work, and I hope everybody is happy and keeps blogging. And I will send out requests to everybody saying, hey, you want to help for next year? What do you want to do for next year? There'll be all kinds of opportunities to be part of this next year as well. So thank you, everybody.
And I have an award too that I got to give out. So we have like 5 minutes left, and since I'm hosting this collaborator session, I get to do this, right? So I'm going to create a new page here. And I work a lot with teachers. My job is not teaching, but I work with teachers. And so I'm trying to make a deal so she can see me. So you know, I think a lot about how do we train teachers to be better teachers, not only in the classroom but in online spaces. And I think a lot about external motivators and how do we get intrinsic motivation going on, and how does money and time play into it. And there's just so many things that impact what we do. And so I was sitting there thinking about what Lisa's done in her blog and this class and all that. And I'm going to try and drag this on here. It's the only thing I could find. There we go. This is a powerful award, because as I was sitting here listening to her do all these things, what I realized is that she's just a really powerful person, and that for me, an amazing role model and somebody who I just look up to as being very powerful. So this is a powerful award, and this is the award for Lisa Lane for doing this class and getting all this stuff going on. So there's your award, Lisa.
That's cool looking. I got to put that on a page. That's like a badge, isn't it? I can use that like a badge and put it somewhere. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Todd. That is really sweet. It is like a badge. I think that's wonderful. I got to figure out how to download that and put it on things. Fantastic. Did folks get their badges? Or actually, here's what I should do before we go. If I can find it. Good. Sometimes you just can't find anything. I love it, Todd. I think it's so cool. And thank you. And I don't know much about motivation myself. I just sort of like to create spaces where people can do things, can do cool things.
Let me say this. I didn't make this badge or this thing. This was just on the internet, but it was the word that I was looking for. I thought about just typing it on the page, but it's out there in Google land somewhere. I didn't make it, but it's for you, and it's definitely a word that describes what you're doing. So there you go.
I love it. Whoever made it, I just love it. I'm going to put a link here in the chat. Pilar, did you send out badges with the certificate, or were the badges separate?
Mailed all 3 iterations of the badges with the certificate in each email.
Excellent. We had Jill Malone made the badges for us. She made the certificates for us too a couple of years ago. And but this is the page with all the awards. If you wanted to download your own award for some reason, if you needed to download a different version of the badge, we had Jill make it in 3 different colors to go with people's different color schemes on their blog. And Jill Malone is our resident graphics Wonder Woman. So this is kind of the secret page. And so if you need to get to it, to download your award or download versions of the badge, feel free to use this page. And I think with that, thanks to everybody again, and we'll say good night. And I will stop the recording. Thanks again, everybody. And this recording will be available in a couple of different formats because I promised Vanessa it wouldn't be available just as a Collaborate download because that really doesn't work for some people. We're going to find a way to take it apart and make it smaller. So I'm going to stop recording now.